Hey, lovely beings. Camilla here with an inquiry to write the dance we do with pen on paper. And the whole idea with these writing prompts are really to, first off, to also condition that part of our beautiful mind. But the whole invitation is to write poorly, to say yes to what is coming, to be curious and allow everything that wants to come. Just as when we're dancing, right? We don't take a pause and wait for the perfect move to come or choose the correct perfect gesture, right? We just allow it to come. And this is really the same with writing. I'm noticing that sometimes we have, when it comes to the written word and that dance, there's that gauging, there's a little censor. We want to show up in this polished way. Yeah, that's fine, but here we want to really practice on that, opening the arms to our hearts with open hands, open arms, right? So the tendency, what I'm noticing, is that when we get to write it and just empty and pour and more or less just like letting the pen keep up with the stream of words coming from your mind, right? The invitation really is to just follow that, and how it's done. And I have a little short poem. I'm gonna read it to you twice. As receiving, listening is one muscle itself. So the first time you can just lean back and allow the words to land within. Maybe there is something that already is taking you on a ride. Great, go for it. I'm gonna suggest a few jump off lines, and then I'm gonna read it to you a second time. And the jump off line is that invitation to, or is there for us to have a place to return to. Sometimes when we write, and saying yes to everything, when that mind then begins to have a little, like wanting to, you can just come back to that prompt. It might be a long paragraph. You'd only write it once, or you may be putting it at a list form. Yeah. So I'm just gonna read it out to you, and the invitation is to put a timer on it. I personally love to challenge my brain, as when I put my timer on 15 minutes, there's a little like, really 15 minutes for sure. Yeah, and I really notice when I then do the writing, there's a little like I get and then about 5 minutes, 8 minutes in, I'm kind of like over that point, and I begin to get over a threshold, and then there's just that free, open flow of conscious stream coming through me. So put your timer, get it out. You can either choose those 15 minutes to have that, what I feel like a wave of writing, or you can put it on 8 minutes and see where it takes you. Yeah, it is a poem by Judy Brown. She didn't give it a title, but I'm just gonna read it to you twice. Yeah. There is a trough in waves, a low spot where horizon disappears, and only sky and water are our company. And there we lose our way unless we rest, knowing the wave will bring us to its crest again. There we may drown if we let fear hold us in its grip and shake us side to side, and leave us flailing, torn, disoriented. But if we rest there, in the trough, in silence, being in the low part of the wave, keeping our energy and noticing the shape of things, the flow, Then time alone will bring us to another place where we can see horizon, see land again, regain our sense of where we are and where we need to swim. For me, there we might be torn, disoriented. There, she keeps us into there. That might be your writing prompt. There's maybe, or your jump off line, there might be something that takes you on a completely, you never have one of those words there, but you know what I mean. I'm gonna read it to you a second time and just write poorly. Just show up with whatever wants to land on the page. Yeah. This is just for you. This is just a little dance of words on page. Have a good one. I'm going to read it to you a second time here. There is a trough in waves, a low spot where horizons disappear and only sky and water are our company. And there we lose our way unless we rest, knowing the wave will bring us to its crest again. There we may drown if we let fear hold us in its grip and shake us side to side and leave us flailing, torn, disoriented. But if we rest there, in the trough, in silence, being in the low part of the wave, keeping our energy and noticing the shape of things, the flow, then time alone will bring us to another place where we can see horizon, see land again, regain our sense of where we are and where we need to swim. Have an amazing ride. See you.